Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody's day day was okay. Yeah, I was on another channel before. They went a little over. Anyways, and so here I am now. Hey, Mama Bear. And right now I'm working on getting the link sent out. Bring up my sign up messenger here so I can send it to myself and then send it out to everyone. So I'm working on that at the moment. Okay, now I can do it on the phone. Yeah, just copy and then paste to everyone. Hey, Miguel. How you doing, Miguel? Right now I'm just working on getting the link sent out to everyone. Yeah, Miguel, did you go live today at all? Yeah, my worker was here, so I really couldn't check and see. Yeah, same thing with me, Miguel. And as a matter of fact, I forgot to turn this side lamp here on. There we go. Yeah, provide a little bit more light. You're welcome, Miguel. Yeah, I think I was in there, yeah, pretty much for the whole time. And then you left and then your stream started breaking up. And then by that time my neighbor had stopped by, so I had to help my neighbor, tell them what I wanted to get done and stuff like that. Hey, Randy. Yeah, Miguel, I like your videos that you've been doing too, the Christmas extravaganza ones. Yeah, yeah, those are really neat. Hey, Robert. Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure that I have everyone here, everyone that I sent the link to. Yeah, I got everyone here. Yeah, that's what I'm pretty much doing here, trying to get caught up. Yeah, with the days when it was like really, really hot and muggy and all that. And with the sun beating on the AC here, making it warmer in here, yeah, there were days I just didn't do anything. Yeah, so I've just been trying to get caught up myself here and there. In fact, I have a couple of throw rugs in a breezeway I would like to bring in, put down on the floor in one of the rooms. Yeah, Walmart, they had some rugs on clearance, so I bought a couple. So I figured I'll take two of them, just butt them together and be like a center floor rug, whatever. Yeah, plus I'm also gonna have a table set on them. Yeah, because I figure what I'll do is yeah, have a couple of chairs in the room and have like a small table on there. Yeah, then that way, if I bring something there to eat or drink, whatever, yeah, I'll have a small table to set things on to. Yeah, I do have a big table in there. Yeah, I want to get that out. Yeah, yeah, I got a smaller table in there already. Yeah, the big table's like a kitchen table. I figure I'll bring it out and set it out on yeah on the porch. My mom used to have a table out there, but I took it out. Hey, Ashley. Yeah, because my mom had plants on it, and yeah, the table surface had kind of gotten ruined. Yeah, so I had to take the table out. Yeah, one thing with these rugs, McGill, is that the backing is like rubberized. It's got like some kind of like a rubberized finish on it. So the rug's like, I don't know, like stick to the floor, whatever. Yeah, because all I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna take the two of them, butt them together, edge to edge. And it'll just be like a center floor rug. Yeah, just for accent, like. Yeah, I saw your goose video, Miguel. Yeah, Esther was just honking away there. How you doing, Ashley? Are you working on anything? Anything interesting? Well, Layla's doing okay. Yeah, earlier she was by me like most of the day. Yeah, just staying where it was cool. And I think now she's in the living room. I changed my bed earlier, and of course, yeah, of course, I'm trying to put the sheet on, and Leah, of course, has to be on the bed, and yeah, get the sheet on, and then she like messes it all up. Hey, Joe. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, come to think of it, I need to put a blanket on my bed yet. Yeah, it's pretty much done, other than for having to dig out a blanket yet. Yeah, I just got tired out earlier and didn't feel like doing it. Hey, Renegade. Yeah, so before I go to bed tonight, I gotta grab a blanket, which is no big deal. Oh no, yeah, I hope not, Mama Bear. Yeah, I just hope it doesn't turn into a big hurricane, whatever. Yeah, I gotta turn this off for a bit. Oh, and this is my AC remote. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it was starting to get cold here, so I turned off the AC. Yeah, down to 70, no wonder. And beside me, I got I think it's a 20-inch metal fan. Had that going earlier. Of course, during the day, I have it blow down the hallway, try and keep the back rooms somewhat a little cool. Mm. And I'm drinking tea here. Yeah, I just put it in this bottle. I figured just reuse the bottle, and that way I'll dump the tea. Yeah, Joe, when I had that done, yeah, for some it was like for a few days, and others it was like a little over a week. course, they had some teeth that were like really bad, and ones that were bad, yeah, of course, were the ones that, yeah, that were sore for the longest. Hi, Dave. Yeah, Joe, do you have any Orajel? Yeah, would that help at all? Help ease the pain a little? That's what I did. And of course, along with that, I also had some pain meds too for it. Yeah, Robert, according to the electric company, from what they've told us one time, that was cheaper to run a central air unit than a couple of window units. You know, something with central AC being cheaper to run. But unfortunately, yeah, I don't have central air. We were going to get it when we got a new furnace, but never did. Because we figured get the new furnace first because winter was coming. And then that following summer, figure have AC put in. But unfortunately, other things had happened. So we never got central AC put in. Yeah, basically what I do is I turn this one on during the day because that's where I'm mostly at during the day usually. I'm out here doing something or whatever, either in here in the kitchen or in the living room. And then at night I'll turn it off and then I'll turn on my bedroom air conditioner. Yeah, me too, Renegade. Yeah, me with heat and humidity. Ugh. Yeah, I don't take so well to high humidity and that. Bye, Randy. And then sometimes too. Hi, Bryn. Yeah, there's been times I tried to do without it. Yes, especially like earlier in the year when it was starting to warm up. Yeah, and I was like, ugh, I just couldn't. Yeah, I figured it'd be a little bit warmer. Just stick with having the fans in the window. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Robert, you know what that means? I'm gonna have to shut this down and go get myself some cheesecake. Yeah, I don't have any cheesecake here at home. Yeah, Mama Bear, I remember days when we went to Sam's Club and Costco. Yeah, their cheesecake was pretty good. Yeah, one from Sam's Club and the one from Costco. Both of them were really good. Layla, will you watch that tail of yours? Yeah, Layla just came in here and knocked something on the floor with her tail. Here it is. Will you watch that tail of yours, Layla? Here. Hi, Lydia. Ooh, honey flavored peanut butter. I never heard of that. Yeah, I sent you the link, Lydia. If you want to come up. Oh, okay, Lydia. Ah, okay, Robert. If your Walmart has it, then my Walmart should have it. Of course, last time I got peanut butter, I looked for Yeah, I looked for a name brand like Jif or Skippy. I ended up getting Jif. In fact, I had it here on the table. My worker must have put it away. Yeah, yeah. Now with me, Robert, I can tell the difference. To me, the generic stuff, it's like it's got no taste, and then the name brands, they have a taste to them. Yeah, I usually like Jif or Skippy. In fact, I got one of the crunchy ones. I got one. Yeah, I got one with the peanuts in it. What you want? What you want, Layla? Layla's sitting here just looking at me. I heard Circle's pretty good. In fact, my Walmart, they had put a whole bunch of Circle stuff on clearance. I don't know if it's with all the Walmarts, but my Walmart, yeah, they had like the bottles for it on clearance, some of the mixes on clearance. Yeah, in fact, half of the clearance aisle was nothing but Circle stuff. Yeah, tumblers, whatever, along with the different flavors. Yeah, I tried Nutella a few times, and some reason I just can't get used to the taste of it. Yeah, I just don't care for it that much. Yeah, in fact, I wasn't out at all today. Yeah, I pretty much stayed inside today because it was going to be really warm for one thing. Yeah, so I didn't go anywhere today. Yeah, I'm not sure where Cricket's at. Wow, would you believe it's back up 76 degrees in here? It was down to 70. Man, it warms up quick in here. Yeah, with me, I would have a big metal fan running, but yeah, that thing is a noise generator though, so yeah, and that's why I turned it off just before I went live. Yeah, it blows the air around, but also makes a lot of noise. What was that? Oh, that was my neighbor messaging me. Yeah, my neighbor came in the yard earlier and collected any loose branches and stuff. Yeah, I saw that too, Robert. Yeah, peanut butter and jelly mixed together. Hi, Ariel. Yeah, I think Cricket's doing okay. Yeah, if I remember right, she's just been busy with some other things at the moment. Hi, Bill. I gotta turn this air conditioner back on. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing how quick it warms up in here once I turn the air conditioner off. I think Layla's in the living room. She was in here a minute ago. She knocked something over with her tail, then sat on the floor looking at me. Then, as she turned around, went back in the living room. Oh, there you go, Bill. Yeah, speaking of deer, I don't know if I have the picture in my phone yet. I'll look though. Yeah, one time we were coming home, this was years ago. Yeah, there were a few deer around. Yeah, and I cannot find the deer picture that I have. I must have taken it off my phone and probably saved it to an external hard drive. Yeah, because one day we were going through the park and there were three deer all together. And we stopped really quick so I could take a picture. And I remember at the time my phone was almost full. Yeah, so I just took and dumped everything to an external hard drive. Yeah, one time what I did is to stop a tire from going flat. I sprayed that no leak stuff in the tire. It worked for a little bit. Yeah, it stopped the tire from going flat so quick. Yeah, eventually I got a new inner tube and had to change that out. Yeah, it seemed to work for me for a little bit, Robert. Yeah, until I could get a new inner tube ordered and yeah, it came in where I could change it. Of course, I had to call the scooter company where I got the scooter from, and then the company ordered the inner tube. And the scooter company ordered the inner tube, and yeah, a week later the inner tube was in. Yeah, I don't know what stuff I used. It wasn't Fix-A-Flat. It was stuff, yeah, it was green stuff that came in a bottle. It actually involved removing the Velcro, putting a tube in there, then pouring the bottle into the inner tube. It was called slime or something. Yeah, it was green. Of course, after getting that stuff in the inner tube and putting the Velcro back, that yeah, then I had to ride around like crazy for a bit. Yeah, just so that the stuff would work in. And it really did fix the tire completely. It just slowed the leak down enough. Of course, actually, luckily, I haven't had a flat yet this year. But no, now since I said it, now watch me get one, which would never fail. Hi, Angela. Yeah, this was last year, Brent, when it kept getting flats, and that was due to construction stuff. Yeah, it was in inner tubes, and so I put stuff in there just to basically want to slow the leak down. And of course, where there was construction at the time, I did not want to put the new inner tube in it. Put the new inner tube in, then I end up going over a nail or whatever from construction. Yeah, get another flat. Yeah, so I just figure I'll just deal with it while there's construction. And when construction's done, put the new inner tube in, which is what I did. Hey, Cricket. Yeah, I sent you the link too, Cricket, if you want to come up. Hi, Bryn. Yeah, tomorrow I'm really not doing anything exciting. So I think if nothing else, I'll make some more ice with my ice maker. Just pour in bottles of water and make ice with that. Yeah, with the ice maker, every time I get a batch of ice done, what I would do is I would pull out a freezer baggie, put the ice in there. And I would just keep filling up the freezer bag until it was full of ice. And then that way I had ice for during the week, or if I took one of my big tall tumblers, I would fill that up with ice and then just take whatever I wanted to drink with me. Take one of my like 40-ounce cups with, that I would load up with ice. Yeah, I know what you mean, Cricket. Mm. No, I didn't go anywhere today, and tomorrow I'm not going doing anything. The only place I do go some places like church on Sunday. And for me to take my scooter, it's about 20-30 minutes. So I like to fill up a big cup and take some soda with and water with. Take like a 40, 48-ounce cup, load it up with ice. And of course, the thing that helps too is whatever you're gonna take the drink, yeah, it's best to like refrigerate that too the night before or whatever. Yeah, it help makes the ice last a little bit longer. Yeah, I've been using bottled water, Robert. Yeah, I just open up a 20-ounce bottle and pour it into the ice maker. Yeah, because the ice maker holds 20 ounces. And then once it's filled with ice, I dump it in a freezer bag, put the freezer bag in the freezer, and then I'll do another cycle of ice, let fill up. Add that to the freezer bag and back in the freezer again. And the refrigerator does have an ice maker in it, but every time we had the thing repaired, it would make ice for a little bit, then quit working. Call the technician back out to fix it, and a technician would do something a little different. It would make ice again for a little bit, then quit. It was like a repeated cycle over and over and over. Had the technician out like 6 times to fix the dumb thing. Works for a little bit, then quits. And I figured basically for me it was just better to get just get an ice maker where you just add water to it and have that make ice. And calling for a technician every time was, the service call charge and parts and all that good stuff. Yeah, I thought of using ice cube trays, but knowing me, I would be dumping them every time. Because with this fridge here, the freezer's on the bottom. There's a drawer you pull out, and then there's also like a shelf in there that also pulls out. Yeah, with me, I would have just been dumping them every time. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. I'll go look quick. Oh, oh, I sat too long. Yeah, it's a Frigidaire. You were right. Yeah, because the label inside says Electrolux Home Products. Yeah, in the top left corner, and kind of at the bottom center almost, it says Frigidaire. Yeah, we had a side by side too. And actually, we hated it. Yeah, if you had a big pizza, you had to store the pizza sideways. You couldn't lay it down flat. Yeah, anything that was bigger than the freezer, it had to be put in sideways. Yeah, we all hated it. My mom thought it would be better than afterwards. Yeah, we all didn't like it. Yeah, there's times I remember when we got a pizza from Sam's Club, one of their big ones that they make. Yeah, we couldn't lay it in there flat, so we had if it was frozen, we could put it in there sideways. But most of the time, we had to like break it up in equal parts and put it in flat that way, putting it in freezer bags. And then this fridge here, what I hate about is with the freezer being on the bottom, and then there's that shelf inside that also pulls out. Yeah, sometimes something will like fall behind, and when something falls behind, yeah, it can be a pain in the you know what to try and get out. Yeah, because you can't close the freezer all the way. Yeah, whatever's back there in the way. Yeah, and luckily, so luckily for me so far, it's been stuff that's like kind of flat. Yeah, where I'm just able to get in there with this or get in with the cane. Yeah, just to pull it out. Yeah, to have it fall out of there so I can close the door. Yeah, that was the only bad thing with the side by side. And the side by side that we had an ice maker in it too, and yeah, the ice maker like took up half of one shelf. Yeah, if a pizza was really frozen, didn't hurt it that much. But there's times I remember getting Sam's Club pizzas, and yeah, those are like some semi-frozen, whatever, and yeah, sometimes the topping would all fall to one end. Yeah, and so that's when we decide to, yeah, just break the pizza up into equal parts and just put it in freezer bags and freeze it. Yeah, it worked out better that way. And then that way too, when someone wanted pizza or take pizza for lunch or whatever, yeah, it was already set. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, Elaine was on my channel Saturday night. You know, when I played bingo. Yeah, she said that was doing okay. Hopefully that she would be home from the hospital on Sunday. Yeah, that was the latest I've heard so far, but recently I haven't heard anything else. But one of the most recent too with Elaine is that she had a childhood friend that had passed away. Yeah, she's known them for a long time, and yeah, they passed away. Yeah, like sometime, yeah, this past weekend. Yeah, there were a few pizza places here that were good. Yeah, we had Rosati's Pizza, Marty's Pizza, which is a local pizza shop, and it was some other pizza place. I can't remember the name of it, but that one went out of business though. Yeah, but the other two, yeah, they had changed and stuff, and pizza doesn't taste from what it would taste years ago. Years ago. Yeah, it just doesn't taste the same. Yeah, so basically, yeah, so when I want pizza, I usually get Tombstone, or ever so often I'll get this other pizza. It's called Home Run Inn. Yeah, I'll get one of those two. Yeah, I had that here too, Cricket, years ago. Yeah, about first few years when we moved out here. Yeah, unfortunately, the person retired and sold his business to a restaurant chain. Hmm. Yeah, Red Baron pizza. Now that's something. Every time I eat it, yeah, it just doesn't go right with me. Yeah, there's something in Red Baron. Yeah, that just does not go right with me at all. I don't know what it is. Hmm. Yeah, sometimes I'll do that, Robert. Sometimes I'll even get these really cheap Totino's pizzas. And those I really don't care for that much. They just don't taste right to me. Yeah, with me I rather get Tombstone or Home Run Inn. Yeah, one of those two are usually pretty good with me. Yeah, I never tried those pizzas, Robert. I did I did try the one with pineapple once. That was pretty good. Yeah, Great Value Hawaiian. That pizza wasn't too bad. Of course, out in the breezeway, I do have a pizza oven. I've been thinking of bringing it in here, but I would have to figure out where I want to keep it permanently because I really don't want to be bringing it in, then taking it back out there to put away and all that. I'd rather just bring it in here than keep it in here. Hey, Susan. Yeah, because on the counter I have my toaster oven that I use the most. And then I have a toaster and can opener and coffee maker that I use mainly for making hot water. I'll use it for my oatmeal or making tea or hot chocolate. Sometimes I'll make tea in the coffee maker. Just put some tea bags in it, spread them around, have fresh brewed tea. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep caught up with the chat and everything. There's even been times too I've gotten stuff too to make my own pizza. I'll get the packaged pizza crust and then I'll get all the other stuff like the cheese, sausage, the sauce, onions, mushrooms, whatever I want on it. I haven't done it in a few years. One of these days I'll do it again. Maybe make a couple of big pizzas and then wrap them up and freeze them. Or ooh, that sounds good, Cricket. Yeah, there's been times too where I've been like tempted to make a batter and just take some mozzarella cheese sticks and stuff it right in the middle of the batter and yeah, then put in the toaster oven and let it bake. Yeah, I know what you mean, Cricket. There's times when I don't feel like doing anything. Yeah, here too, Susan. Yeah, it was really warm and muggy today. In fact, crazy Layla, she wanted to lay in the hot breezeway. I was like, nope, I'm not going to let her lay in the hot breezeway. I know that's what she wants to do, so I just, yeah, basically chased her back in here and then closed the door. Plus, keeping the door closed, that stays a little bit cooler in here. Yeah, breezeway's all closed in, but yeah, she still wanted to lay out there. Okay, Renegade. Yeah, I got Layla's food here, which I need to put away yet. Yeah, Layla likes to have like a little bit of canned food with her dried food. Yeah, in fact, I need to give Layla just dry for a couple days or so because, yeah, she's been having the runs lately. I know she likes to have her canned food, but yeah, but she's got a sensitive stomach and yeah, it just gives her the runs. Oh, okay, Cricket. Yeah, that'll take a little while, Lydia, for it to go away. I remember getting some of my teeth pulled. Yeah, it took a little while. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night here too. Yeah, I'm getting tired myself, starting to yawn like crazy. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a good night, and yeah, we'll catch up wherever on YouTube tomorrow, and then maybe hopefully Thursday, Elaine should be live with Bingo. Yeah, so we'll catch you on Elaine's or wherever. And as usual, believe in yourself, be kind to each other, and yeah, be yourself, be happy, be positive, and be creative. Yeah, good night, everyone, and yeah, we'll catch you wherever tomorrow. I think someone's going tomorrow live at 1 Central, I think. It might be Elaine or Kelly with a craft project. I'm not sure, though. I could be wrong, but yeah, maybe nothing else. Just double check to be sure. Anyways, good night, everyone.